Hello, friends from the comic and manga world. My name is Hector, and I'm here to talk to you about our November 17th FOC, my picks for that FOC. I am here without G, who's on vacation, but she'll be back next week, hopefully with a lot of stories from her trip to Japan. And then in a few weeks, I'll abandon her to go to Mexico for work, mostly. Anyways, and we both work for Ping Random House, and we manage sales into the direct market around the world. So the titles that we talk about in these videos are from the publishers that we represent into those markets. And also, we're on social media. You can visit us on Instagram, X, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, obviously, under at PRH International Comics. Um, and I'll leave links in the description below. And with that, let's get started with my picks for this week. And we're going to start with The Fourth Rope, Volume 1 graphic novel. This is written by Marcus Gowena Johnson and Johnny O'Brien. And this is collecting for single issues that Tokyopop did. And actually, the fourth one is coming out December 24th, actually. And then this is a story about the Intergalactic Wrestling Extreme. Wrestling is the biggest sport in the universe, and this league, the owner and promoter, decides to gather all the best wrestlers from around the galaxy, and he pits them against each other to see who can become the ultimate warrior. It's a very cool wrestling action fun with a little bit of sci-fi mixed in there, uh, story and comic. I highly recommend. I read the first few issues, and they're very cool, and especially for fans of wrestling, you will love this. And like I said, it's coming collected all together in January, and it's on this FOC of November 17th. Next up is a East Asian manga, boys love, called Low Tide in Twilight, Volume 1. It's created by Yuja, and it is a dark boys love Omegaverse romance. It is based on a hit web comic, and it's finally making it into print in English. And it sees the main character Kim Eun-hyun. Sorry for mispronouncing. And he has hit rock bottom. He is being crushed under the weight of, you know, of debt that was left to him by his father, by his deadbeat father, and he is struggling to get ahead. And he's also taking care of his little, uh, his younger uh, half brother, and it gets to a point where he can't take it anymore. He has loan sharks closing in, and he makes the heartbreak decision to just take his little brother and walk into the sea. But before he gets into deep, this man, uh, sorry, I'm looking at the name, Yeo Taiju, who's an alpha gangster who's coming to collect on debts, uh, pulls them out, and saves them, and gives them a second chance, and gives them, uh, money, a roof to over his head, and and a job. But Eugene has to wonder, is this would come without a price? So, well, you have to read to find out. Um, it is a very, like I said, a very, very successful webtoon, and now coming to print form, very highly anticipated by fans. So there you go. Next up, we start with covers and single issues, and we start with Marian Heretic number 3, and we have the A main cover, but also a D1 and 15 incentive full art, both by the illustrator of the book, Joe Jarrow. This is written by Tini Howard, and it follows this kick-ass nun. If you didn't know the plot, I love this cover. I love how it kind of pays homage to or it takes inspiration from the Vitruvius um, Vitruvian Man, sorry, from Da Vinci. But it also has some other elements, some angels, some daggers, some roses, some piercing eyes, sacred heart on top. I really like it. It's almost look a little bit like a tarot card, but also, like I said, like a medieval or Renaissance illustration, I should say. Um, very very cool. I like this the split between the nun and the woman underneath. Um, so very very cool. And if you haven't checked this series yet, you should. It is very very cool. And like I said, the concept of it is very interesting, but also the story is so good. I mean, it's Tiny Howard, so of course it's very very good. Next up, we have From Ignition. We have Roots of Madness, written by Stephanie Williams and illustrated by Leticia Canadici. And this is cover B by Leticia Canadici, and it continues the story. This is issue number 3. I love this cover with the bunny and the the creepy. The bunny's already creepy as it is with the red eyes on her arms, but then you have this shadow on the back, and I love how it is creepy, but it's such a beautiful drawing, and I love the lines on this and the soft colors of it, and the tenderness and creepiness combined, which makes it very very cool. All right, and of course I should mention the Cadonici is an Italian artist based out of Rome. Next up, Star Wars number 8. This is the Nagi-san variant, and this is the book by Alice Segura and illustrated by Pete Woods. Nagi-san, if you don't know, she is a illustrator uh, that has done a lot of work, not just for Marvel, but also for games, Riot Games, Ubisoft, etc. Her illustrations are, she does digital ink, which you can tell by the style of this cover. And I love because this story, this is this book in this arc of Star Wars is following sort of the stories after the rebellion, after the Return of the Jedi. You kind of see here Princess Leia looking very badass with two weapons in hands, two guns in hands, and you see the logo of the rebellion, but also you see some X-wing fighters in there, and I love how she played with the brush strokes of the ink, but it's still with a very defined shape, and inside is sort of the blackness of the space with the X-wings in it. And like I said, that Princess Leia pose is amazing. Very cool with white negative space in the back. Very beautiful. Okay, let's continue. And here is the third and final installment of White House Robot Romance by the great Chip Zdarsky, and um, illustrated by Rachel Stott. And we get to we get to the end when the Canadians have made their move, and now Chef Nine races to find Service One before it's too late. That's the tagline for this story, and it promises a very explosive finale. But let's talk about this cover by Paulina Ganesho, who it's if you haven't seen her art before, she does very colorful, as you can tell. Illustrations. She is has done a lot of uh, you know comic book covers and all that, but she's done some of her own graphic novels, and she's the creator of Zodiac Star Force, all, available from Dark Horse. And I should say this is from Distillery. I mean, you should realize it by the big logo on the cover and how big it is. And we see here the two main characters. I love the scene. It's like very romantic, sort of, laid back with literature, cookies, and two coffee cups involved, and some roses on a bed. And you have, yes, that what I'm gonna say is gonna be the top romantic couple of the year, at least in comics. Um, and they're in bed, just getting it on. All right. So next up, a very beautiful cover, by the way. And next up, um, that's it for the my picks. But we have a little bit of news. Uh, Earlier this week, a website opened announcing the adaptation of Mayo Momoyo's Always a Catch as a TV anime coming in 2026. Uh, and we Always a Catch is available on the manga, I should say, is available from Square Enix in physical format. And here you can see on the left, you see the movie poster that they posted on that website, and on the right you see the cover for volume 1 of the manga, and we're up to volume 6, 7, I think, and number 8 is coming. So check that out. And on the next slide, I'm going to show you, hopefully it'll play, maybe it won't, maybe it will, who knows. A little bit of the trailer, they teaser they put on the website. Also, they included these character cards that you see in the bottom, and I'm going to tell you just a little bit about the story. Is about this woman. I'm just going to go ahead and read. It's set in romantic comedy starring a duke's daughter who's more of a fighter than a lady, and a prince who happens to be into that. So Maria, who's the daughter of the duke, she grew up believing she was going to inherit the dukedom from her father. So she focused her attention in honing her martial arts prowess, um, because there was no chance of her being getting married, or I should say, because of that, her chances of getting engaged were null. And then a baby brother was born, and that meant that she doesn't have to be the duke anymore. So um, she then decided, oh, okay, I need to get engaged, and she goes to a neighboring country to see if she can get engaged because she's already late to the game. And while there, she encounters this prince, the prince of that country, and he mistakes her for somebody else. And in front of everybody, he denies, "Oh, we are breaking up. I'm canceling our engagement." And there's a little bit of a confusion, but then they clear it up, and all of a sudden, he sees her beating up on some bandits and kicking ass, and he likes it, and that kind of sparks something between them. So this is a fun romance comedy that is coming, like I said, next year, next spring, I believe, and it's available from Square Enix on physical form. So check it out. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and it was useful to you. Please come back. We make these videos every week, and we also have some monthly ones where we talk about collected editions and mangas that are coming in future months. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.